And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are back inside of Minecraft and we got something a bit different going on. We got this, no, that's not weather. My footsteps are just really quiet. Okay, yeah, and since I'm in adventure, so much going on. So we are in a parkour map. It's boxing, let me just make sure I get this right. Parkour Worlds Boxing. So basically, there's a couple parkour worlds and you gotta do the levels. As far as I understand, there's 8 worlds, 7 to 8 levels per world, and it should be, from what they were saying, fairly easy, to the point that it'll be fairly simple for parkour noobs, but at the same time hard enough that people who are good at parkour should still get a bit of a challenge out of it. So hopefully that means it's a pretty middle of the line parkour difficulty map, which should be about perfect for me, because I'm not great at parkour, but I'm not by any means a noob when it comes to parkour. So say that and then I fail that. But yeah, so this should hopefully be right at that point where it's not too difficult. But yeah, I don't know why I'm struggling with this here. I should legit just be able to fall down into that. I'm so confused. Is there something else going on here? Am I supposed to jump somewhere else before I go there or something? It's really weirding me out. And now I'm messing everything up. How am I messing up one block jump? Alright, so we go here. Then is there like somewhere else you go or no? Okay, yeah. I was just struggling with it a bit. Okay, so now, if I can just not mess stuff up, just so that snail's going to be around for a few levels. I'm curious to see how many it'll be. I noticed it in the starting lobby, so I don't know if it was in the other levels and I just didn't notice or what, but I'm going to kind of try and keep my eye out to see if it's around. But yeah, it looks like we should be about through the first world. First part done. And oh yeah, it's set up so that it can be multiplayer. That makes sense. This is pretty nice so far. Like, definitely fairly easy, but like in a way where it's kind of fun. I'm happy with it so far. Like, the only thing I'll say is it's definitely hard to make a map that would be a challenge for people who are pros at parkour. Are you kidding me? That shot me up. And people who are, and make it easy for people who are bad at parkour at the same time. So I just kind of took it as, oh, it's probably going to be a pretty medium difficulty map, but we'll see, because it's still very early on. Oh, hey, there's the snail. Yeah, sure enough. We'll probably see it a bit more. So yeah, and I get my uploads are pretty random, but I wanted to do another parkour sort of thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of sick of the snake parkour. I'd been doing it for way too long. I did not cheat. I think this is the last part of this level. Do the next part. Okay, cool. Yeah, this would be fun sort of map to do with somebody else, since they have kind of the warning like, hey, they're through the part, hurry up. That's kind of fun. I hear lava. There's gonna be lava involved at some point. Those jumps are annoying though, where you have to like fall into it. I've always struggled with those. Oh, we got ice jumps. Pretty easy ice jumps to start out though. Hopefully we don't get super difficult ones at any point. Ooh, okay. Yeah, and I appreciate map creators that make parkour maps. Like, I get that it's not the most popular thing on map websites and stuff like that. Like, usually parkour is kind of at that middle point where like people download your maps, but pretty rarely. Okay, another part down. Yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be a 1 episode sort of thing. But like, yeah, parkour maps definitely aren't the most popular thing on map websites. People prefer survival maps and stuff like that to them. Although, you know, this is mostly my opinion, but I personally think that the map creators that deserve some of the most respect are CTM map creators, because, like, they do so much work on some of those maps. Like, it's insane. And then they hardly get any downloads compared to, like, survival map creators who, like, you know, they probably do a pretty similar amount of work and they get a lot more downloads. So yeah, but at the same time, like, this is something I'd be curious to hear from somebody who makes maps. Like, how big of a deal is, like, your download stat? Like, is it one of those things where it's more about how many people, like, interact with the community that matters to you? Or is it like the, you know, you see how many downloads you have and you're like, yeah, that's how well a map did. But then again, I guess there'd be a large degree of overlap between the two. Need to make it through. Come on. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with getting into these spots. Like, what's up with that? Okay, there we go. And bam. But yeah. And CTM maps, like, they're pretty outdated, and that's part of why they struggle so much nowadays. Because they used to be the biggest thing on the block. Like, if you were an aspiring map creator, you pretty much aspired to make CTM maps. At least that's kind of how I understand it as having been. Like, CTM maps were all the rage. And if you played, like, if you knew how to download maps, you were super cool. And everybody would always be like, wow, you can play CTM maps? That's so cool. At least that's how it always was for me. This is something I'd be curious to hear from people. Like, how was Minecraft, like, what was the cool thing in Minecraft when you first kind of joined in? Like, what was the thing that, like, around the community when, like, all your friends would talk about Minecraft or something they did and you'd be kind of like, oh, I kind of wish I could have done that. And that sort of thing. Like, because for me, it was always being able to download maps, because I played on mobile for most of the time, because that's, you know, what I had. So mobile was most of what I played, and it's like, you know, being able to download maps on mobile was super cool, because almost nobody could do that. Because, you know, you had to install a separate app for it. And when you're a kid and you come to your parents and they're like, hey, can I download something that lets me mess with files on our device? Wait, can I just jump there? Oh. You know, your parents kind of give you that look like, no? Or, once again, this is another thing where, like, I'm kind of talking about this from, like, how it was for me, and kind of assuming that's how it was for a lot of people. But yeah, that's always how it was for me. Like, every time you came to your parents and were like, can I download an app? And it's like some free game or whatever. It's always like, maybe gotta look into this first, and I don't want to actually look into it, so it might be a while before you ever get a chance to download an app. But then again, it gave me a bit of, like, I guess, patience for that sort of thing. So, like, nowadays, if I don't have the money to buy a game or whatever, it's not a super big deal. Whereas I know some people, it's like, you know, a new game comes out and you pretty much have to get it. So I guess it gave me a bit of patience from that standpoint. Oh, this is the last part. And it spawned me here. I'm going to just drop. Feels wrong. Part 8 and last. Okay, cool. Oh, I have to run all the way around. I should just went. But yeah, I'm enjoying this map. Like, it's really easy. Like, they said it was going to be kind of at a point where even pros would struggle with it. But as somebody who's definitely not a pro, I'm going through it pretty easily. I feel like that might have been a bit of an overstatement. So, yeah. Like, these are really easy jumps for the most part. Woo! I'm taking the fireworks. Yes. Are these different? Nah, they're the same. Okay, coolio. Well, thank you to these people for working on the map. Map creator, Fuchsa? And then I guess they tried the map first and they're the best at it. Yeah, this was a ton of fun. I'm taking the leather tunic. I already have one, but I'm switching it. I'm also taking the leggings. And these boots. Which I have the same kind of boots, but... Okay, anyway. Enough messing around. Thank you all so much for watching. This was fun. It was short, but it was sweet. I enjoyed it. Like, this is the sort of thing where, it took all of 12 minutes to play through. I don't think I particularly got better at parkour by doing it, but it was still fun. Like, it's one of those things where it kind of, you know, some of these can be nice. Like that one spot that I got stuck on for a couple tries the first time around, where I struggled a bit. Like, yeah. That sort of thing. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be all for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. This was fun. Maybe I'll try and find some more kind of shorter parkour maps that I'll actually finish. Like unlike that one map that I didn't actually end up finishing. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Whoops. Bye-bye. Sorry, map creator.